So over the last little bit, there's been an interesting trend of Studio Ghiblizing everything. And I've kind of been messing around with that myself. I haven't quite done it in some of the others, but, well, I think it's mostly stems from ChatGPT that people have been doing it with. But I've taken some interesting goes at doing it myself. So you can see that if you looked at one of my past videos, I've done it with, what is it? Thumbnail. Gosh, that's the word. But I've been kind of messing around with it since I've seen it pop up on my X feed. And it's actually pretty funny, the results that you can get sometimes. So I kind of started to refine my prompt over time and how I did it. So like the style of Studio Ghibli. So you can see how it comes out here and here when I use that one. And you can see how it came out previously. But then as I draw it like it's a Studio Ghibli cartoon, it kind of started to change things. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, it's kind of there. But then I get back to up here and you start to see that more of the flavor comes out in some of these of a Studio Ghibli-like deal with it, particularly with Grok when you add in the right stuff. So like you can see the original here and then the rendering here that comes from it and how that turned out. Or like this one right here, you can see that it's just not quite right, but it's there, so it works. And then there was one that I was very curious about and how it would turn out that didn't turn out quite the way that I was expecting. I was kind of disappointed with this one a lot. But, so if we go into here, we can see, it didn't turn out too badly. Let's actually edit image. So if we modify our prompt that way, we can sometimes get slightly different results, or it's just the seed generation that does it. So it might depend on your tier of Grok, but you do have a lot of options with what you can do. So yeah, it doesn't turn out as well. Could be better, but it's trying. Let's try this one again. So you give it different images. You give it basically the same prompt or a similar one. So I was trying like Studio Ghibli anime and it didn't quite get the feel that I wanted. Once I did Studio Ghibli cartoon, that's where more of the feel came in of a Studio Ghibli type artistic style. So the words that you use do matter a lot, and you can see it hasn't come out quite right again, but you do get, well, it's on an Xbox, but it draws out the keyboard there. So, looking at some renditions of ones that I've seen, I think I stole some here and there. So there are various memes that have been Ghiblized. Where is it? Got a lot in here, and it's kind of scary. But I know I downloaded a few. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. I have Mate. So you've got that one. If you recognize which memes they are, yeah. It should be pretty obvious. And then some of them weren't quite memes, but like they're taking other art and doing it. Ugh. Anyway, those might be grok images, but ChatGPT has been used heavily. Let's see. That's a confused screaming. So I've even taken some of them that I've done and actually used them and started to use them for business cards. You kind of, yeah. You can do a lot of creative things with it if you take images otherwise and use them. We're gonna steal GSAV. Okay. Go to downloads. Find that one. Open. Okay, so we take that one, we pop it in, and then we get a result. What result we get? I don't know. But it's pretty fun to take images and plug it in, not gonna lie, and just see what it comes up with when you give it like, okay, make this look like it's Studio Ghibli. And it does a lot of crazy things sometimes. It comes out pretty well with grok, I've noticed. But in other cases, your mileage may vary. But yeah. So we're gonna like... So obviously, and one other thing you can do is Rule 63 things, but that's neither here nor there. And, just saying, and there are certain things it seems grok doesn't want to do. So like if you start to try to add enhancement, then your mileage may run into a wall. Just saying. If you liked the content, if you enjoyed it, if you think I deserve it, like, comment, subscribe, leave any criticisms you have or what have you. I appreciate it. Feed that algorithm, like I said, and I will see you guys in the next one.